You may have noticed this week that your gas prices have gone up. I want to talk to you a little bit about why.
When it comes to energy specifically, the Biden administration has pursued a number of policies designed to make it more expensive to produce fossil fuel energy in an effort to reach a goal of net zero carbon emissions by 2050.
Look, we have to move toward a net zero emissions. The first place to do that by the year 2035 is in energy production. By 2050, totally.
All right. To be clear and factual, the president has very little control over the price of gasoline.
And when it comes to the gas prices, we're going through an incredible transition that is taking place that, God willing, when it's over, we'll be stronger and the world will be stronger and less reliant on fossil fuels when this is over.
So that's obviously a longer-term strategy, and we will continue. This is why this is called a transition.
Right. So it just seems like a strange juxtaposition of not wanting to drill, canceling Keystone, trying to de-emphasize fossil fuels, and yet at the same time acknowledging how important it is to economic growth globally still at this point. How do you walk that fine line?
Yeah, I mean, this is clearly a transition. And the president does not want this transition to be on the backs of everyday citizens. It's why he made sure that in his bipartisan negotiations overall, his red line is he will not raise gas taxes, for example. He will not raise taxes on people who are earning under $400,000 a year. But he definitely wants to see us move forward because ultimately it is cheaper to drive if a vehicle, and hopefully we get to this point, without having to go to the gas station, which is powered by renewable clean energy. Ultimately, it's cheaper. Now, not everybody can afford that. That's why one of the reasons why the infrastructure package has a point of sale rebate for electric vehicles so that it brings them down to the price of a regular internal combustion engine. So bottom line is you got to do both.
Today, the average gas price in America hit an all-time record high of over $4 per gallon. Okay, that stings, but a clean conscience is worth $1 or $2. I'm willing to pay $4 a gallon. Hell, I'll pay $15 a gallon because I drive a Tesla.
I would transition from the oil industry, yes.
Oh,
I will
that's
transition.
a big statement.
It is a big statement because I would stop.
Why would you do that?
Because the oil industry pollutes.
The president's going to do everything he can to bring down the price of gas for the American people.
Right? We keep saying it's 1 million barrels a day. It's unprecedented. But we use 20 million a day, and we're going into the summer when we drive more than any other time of the year. So 1 million barrels is a drop in the bucket.
I want you to look in my eyes. I guarantee you, we're going to end fossil fuel, one of which is doing away with any subsidies for fossil fuels, number one. Number two, holding them liable for what they have done. We will double offshore wind. We will end any subsidies for coal or any other fossil fuel.
And now they're like, oh, but there's all these leases. You could just go ahead and do whatever you want.
Yeah, we're going to end you, but you better drill before we end you. This is crazy.
Are you ready to commit to the responsible phase-out of fossil fuel production as part of your administration?
Well, look, we got to go to zero emissions, man.
Zero emissions.
Zero emissions.
And
we can. It's within our wheelhouse. And the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. And so that means the responsible phase-out of fossil fuel production in this country?
Have you had a chance to see my plan?
I have.
Take a look at it.
And I really appreciate that. So we want to get you higher up there.
By the way, only 15% of the pollution we produce. We got it something that can lead the damn world. We'll get everybody back to the game.
Well, sir, that's a fantastic
and that's
point.
What I can do better than anybody.
And are you ready to ban fossil fuel exports as part of your administration?
Yes, absolutely.
What is the Granholm plan to increase oil production in America?
Oh my God, that is hilarious.
How much sacrifice should Americans expect to do when China?
That's the whole point.
China
I'm head of the Department of Energy. We're the solutions department.
Oh, look! My nose! What's happened?
Basically, what he's saying is he is going to destroy the oil industry. Will you remember that, Texas? Will you remember that, Pennsylvania, Oklahoma?
Vice President, are North Dakotans willing to give Biden some time to see if this plan works? And if it doesn't, does he get credit for trying?
I think the simple answer is no.